Hey guys, my name is Christine. So I'm gonna be doing my video essay on a scene from Alfred Hitchcock's film Notorious, and I'm gonna be doing the scene at the racetrack. But first, I wanna talk about the resources I looked at this week. So the first one that I looked at was Camera Angles and Techniques. That was the video, and I'm just going to go through like bullet points that I got out of each one. Something that I got out of this one was to switch it up, and you are only limited by your creativity with your angles. They did a really good job of showing how action scenes are shot and like how they use the angles to accentuate certain parts that are meant to stand out, especially when something kind of crazy is happening. So that one was great. And then the second one I watched was called Examples of Editing Techniques. And what I learned from this was that like how they use different kinds of transitions and how to make different frames in the film to give it a different effect. So, and then something cool that I like specifically from the film is when they, it was really funny, when they slowed things down and it was like a rock band. I don't know who those guys were, but they were really weird. And then the other thing that I really liked a lot was speeding up the time frame, and it was of the flower growing, which I thought was really cool, and it added a lot of effect to it. And the last video that I watched was called Hitchcock Loves Bikinis, and it was an interview with Alfred Hitchcock himself, talking about some like just ideas that he had behind filmmaking and how he used different things. And I just really love that Hitchcock was in it himself because I watched his film Notorious, which I thought was really cool. But what he talked about was changing the frame, so it was first of an old man, and then it showed a baby and a woman, and then it showed the old man smiling. And you think, oh, what a nice old man, like stereotypical, just like very sweet. And then he switched up a little bit, and he kept the scene of the man and then of the man smiling afterwards, but he changed the frame in between and made it of a woman in a bikini. And then when you put them all together, it makes them look really creepy, which I guess could be another stereotype for some kind of old man. But I just think that changing each frame was, he said it was like what movies are all about. So a quote from him from it is, "This is what film can do for you." And I just think it provided me with a lot of insight before watching his movie Notorious. So I kind of got to see the mastermind behind the movie and then what he was thinking. So that was really cool for me to watch. But now I'm just going to go into the scene that I'm analyzing from the movie Notorious. Like I said, it's at the racetrack, and I'll play it now and then do a little bit of analyzing afterwards.
Miss Huberman has been gone a long time.
Mother, is it necessary for you to always address Alicia as Miss Huberman? I do wish you'd be a little more cordial to her.
Really? I thought I was behaving very well. Has she been complaining about me? I'm grateful.
Might smile at her.
Wouldn't it be a little too much if we both grinned at her like idiots?
Now, please, Mother, I want to enjoy myself.
Is it so boring to sit with me alone?
Not at all, not at all.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I thought I saw you.
How are you?
Fine, thanks. Great turnout, isn't it?
Yes.
Where are they?
In a box in the stand. I don't think they can see us, Alex and his mother.
Don't telephone me anymore. Just rely upon my popping up.
Can you hear me?
Sure, go ahead.
Heard of Dr. Anderson?
No.
He's some kind of a scientist. Kind face, 60 years old, gray hair. Deep crease in the forehead.
Tall or short?
Short.
Uh-huh.
Emil Hupke. Heard of him?
No?
He made quite a scene Bought a wine bottle the other night.
Not vintage?
He seemed to think there was something else in the bottle.
Was there?
No, it was wine. We drank it.
Has he pulled anything since?
Haven't seen him since.
Anything else?
Nothing important. Just a minor item, but you may want it for the record.
What is it?
You can add Sebastian's name to my list of playmates.
Pretty fast work.
That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Skip it.
Are you betting on this race?
No.
Alex says number 10 is sure to win. He knows the owner.
Thanks for the tip.
Alex says they've been holding him back all
I
season.
can't
but
help recalling some of your remarks about being a new woman. Daisies and buttercups, wasn't it?
You idiot. What are you sore about? You knew very well what I was doing.
Did I?
You could have stopped me with one word. No, you couldn't. You threw me at him.
I threw you at nobody.
Didn't you tell me to go ahead?
A man doesn't tell a woman what to do. She tells herself. You almost had me believing in that little hokey-pokey miracle of yours, that a woman like you could ever change her spots.
Oh, you rotten.
That's why I didn't try to stop you. The answer had to come from you.
I see. Some kind of love test.
That's right.
Oh, you never believed in me anyway, so what's the difference?
Lucky for both of us, I didn't. It wouldn't have been pretty if I believed in you. If I'd figured she'd never be able to go through with it, she'd been made over by love.
If you only once had said that you loved me. What the heck?
Listen, you chalked up another boyfriend, that's all. No harm done.
I hate you.
There's no occasion to. You're doing good work. Number 10's out in front. Looks as if Sebastian knows how to pick 'em.
Is that all you have to say to me?
Dry your eyes, baby. It's out of character. Except keep on your toes. It's a tough job we're on. Snap out of it. Here comes Dreamboat.
Oh, hello, Alex. It was so exciting, a beautiful horse. Do you remember Mr. Devlin?
How do you do?
Hello. Alicia tells me you had a bet on number 10. Sorry I didn't get the tip earlier. So long.
See you sometime, Deb. It was a wonderful race. Did you have much money on the winner?
I didn't see the race.
Didn't you? I thought I saw you looking through your field glasses.
I was watching you and your friend, Mr. Devlin. I presume that's why you left my mother and me. You had an appointment to meet him.
Don't be absurd. I met him purely by accident.
You didn't seem very anxious to get away from him.
Oh, he's just...
I watched you. I thought maybe you're in love with him.
Don't talk like that. I detest him.
Really? He's very good looking.
Alex, I've told you before, Mr. Devlin doesn't mean a thing to me.
I'd like to be convinced. Would you maybe care to convince me, Alicia, that Mr. Devlin means nothing to you?
Okay, so that was the scene that I chose, and just to break it down a little bit, in this scene, Miss Hooverman is at the horse race and she meets up with Devlin. So they meet up so she can update him on what she's seen in Alex Sebastian's house, and also tells Dev, which is her most recent love affair, about how she slept with Mr. Sebastian. So he's not too happy about that, I presume. But anyway, Mr. Sebastian is also at the racetrack with his mother, and he sees Devlin and Miss Hooverman talking through his binoculars, and he comes over to them at the end, and Mr. Devlin leaves and just kind of wants to get out of there. But then Mr. Sebastian questions Miss Hooverman about the nature of her relationship to Devlin, and says that he looked at her like he was in love. So kind of he has it figured out, but he doesn't know he has it figured out. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so I'm gonna play about 30 seconds from the same scene where I really saw this stand out to me about what Alfred Hitchcock says in his video. So here it is.
You can add Sebastian's name to my list of playmates.
Pretty fast work.
That's what you wanted, wasn't it?
Skip it.
Okay, so I really love that scene because it made me think of the video Hitchcock Loves Bikinis immediately. And and how it switches from a frame of the two of them to just Devlin to just Miss Huberman and then back to Dev, and then after they're done talking, it goes back to the two of them. And I think this is exactly what Hitchcock was talking about when he said that this is what film can do for you, because it can switch the focus and it builds the tension of the two characters when it's switching between them when they're individually talking, but once it's over, he brings it back to the two of them together in the frame, and then it kind of just dissolves it, because when Devlin says, like, skip it, then it's just done, and they just don't mention it anymore and move on. So yeah, that's what I really got out of this scene, and I hope you guys kind of picked up on what I'm talking about, and thanks for watching my video. Bye.